Well, good morning, church. Thank you for joining us for our daily Devo. Today we're in James chapter 3, and it's a great chapter. We're going to look at verses 3 through 12, where it talks about the power of the tongue. If you look at these sections, basically, James talks about that the tongue is powerful, the tongue is dangerous, and the tongue is inconsistent. First, he talks about how powerful it is. Though it's very small as a part of the body, what it can do, its impact on others can be incredible. And he uses an example of a rudder of a ship, that little rudder is very small compared to the rest of the ship, and yet it can steer wherever a ship goes. It talks about kind of a spark, how a spark's not very big, and yet we know a spark can do a light of forest fire that can destroy tens of thousands of acres. And there's just a real power in the tongue. First, there's that directing power, which can be good or bad. Understand, those of us who are parents know that we can say things that add life to our kids. We can say things that direct them. We can talk about their strengths. We can talk about how God can use them. And those are wonderful things, but also, we can be destructive. We can say you're worthless, you're lazy, you do, and we can attack character, and it's so powerful what we do. And it can be dangerous. It can be like a poison that gets in and destroys. And he talks about how the tongue is inconsistent, that the same tongue that we praise God with is one that we can attack or curse others with. And so that's what you understand. The tongue itself isn't bad. It's just powerful. And the tongue is great when used the right way, and it's horrible when it's used the wrong way. So are we saying things that build people up? Are we saying things that encourage others? Are we also making sure every time we speak, it is the truth? We aren't spreading something that's a rumor that we heard. When we're saying it, we know we're not saying it to tear someone down, but we're saying to build others up. One time I heard John Maxwell say a great illustration. He said, all of us carry like two buckets at all times. One is full of gas and one is full of sand. He said, and you have to know when to pour those buckets and when not to. He said you could walk up on a conversation where they may be tearing down others that they work with. There could be a church where someone's putting down someone. And when that happens, you have the ability to pour sand on it. You have the ability to say, hey, that person's not here. We shouldn't say that. We shouldn't speak to them. Or have you spoke to them personally about this? And we can really stifle out that little spark of contention. But also, we can pour gas on it. We can say, well, you're right. Let me tell you what else I know. And we can take something small and blow it up till it becomes so destructive. Also, we can come across someone who's saying really good things. And we might get jealous and say, why do they get all the praise and I don't? And we say, well, let me tell you what you don't know about them. And we can pour sand on that good thing. See, that's the thing we want to pour gas on. We want to say, you're right. They are incredible. Matter of fact, let me tell you what else God has done in their life. With our kids, we need to know when is it the time that we pour praise on something, and when do we pour correction. Those are so important. Listen, you're carrying those buckets today. And today I want you to be not scared of what you're going to say, but very aware of what you say. And am I bringing life or am I destroying? Am I pouring the right bucket on the right thing? Guys, thank you so much for joining us for our daily Devo. I'm so glad you're part of this, and I hope you'll continue in our study tomorrow.